Hello, movie lovers. Welcome to Rapid Fire Friday from Movie Talk Express, where we here at Movie Talk Express break down the biggest movie news stories from the current week. And we would like to say hello and thank you all for listening to us on this very normal, non-special day. I'm Jacob Bartley, your host of the MTE podcast. I'm here with Gio Ramos, my movie news guru over here. What's going on, man?
Doing good. While we're on here right now, I just want to give a quick shout out, Jacob. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you, man.
24 years old, man. How you feeling?
Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm aging. No, I feel good, man. It's a blessing to be alive for another year, and I'm just glad that movies are a part of my life.
Yes, sir.
And they're the best gift I can ask for. So
right on.
That's all I got to say. But thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Yeah, I was joking. It's a normal, non-special day, but it is my birthday today. Turning 24, having a party later. Gonna turn up. Maybe we'll, put some pictures up later or something. Never know. No, just kidding. But without further ado, let's jump right into the movie news. We got a lot of trailers this week. A lot of interesting news to come out this week. So without further ado, let's get started. Gio, what do we got up first?
Yeah, first up, we're gonna start with trailers. A brand new full trailer for Spectre came out. This was the fourth James Bond film with Daniel Craig. It's a full-length trailer. Check it out. I wrote it up on the site. So I'm going to read the synopsis real quick, and then we'll go from there. A cryptic message from Bond's past sends him on a trail to uncover a sinister organization. While M battles political forces to keep the Secret Service alive, Bond peels back the layers of deceit to reveal the terrible truth behind Spectre. Spectre is directed by Sam Mendes, who also directed Skyfall, and stars Daniel Craig, Christoph Waltz, Ralph Fiennes, with other additions like Dave Bautista, Lea Seydoux, and Monica Bellucci, and also stars Naomi Harris. Full-length trailer came out. I liked it for what it was. It was a little bit more slower paced, but this is James Bond going rogue, going to uncover a secret truth from a secret organization, and he's going to learn something terrible. I like the villain, Christoph Waltz. I think he's going to deliver. We all saw him as a villain in Inglourious Bastards, so it'll be fun to watch him. And overall, it's a good trailer. I can't wait to see it. I was pleasantly surprised with Skyfall, and can't wait to see what they do with Spectre. We also got glimpses of Dave Bautista in action. I believe he's playing Mr. Hinks, if I'm not mistaken. We also saw Lea Seydoux, who looks like she's holding some vital information from Bond. And overall, good trailer. Can't wait to see it. Comes out November this year, I believe Thanksgiving. What'd you think, Jacob?
I like it. It's not a bad trailer. I don't think it's exceptionally great or anything like that. But I do kind of feel like they're giving too much away. I don't know, because we all, obviously this is not spoilers. I haven't seen the movie. From the trailers that's showing that the Christoph Waltz character has been behind all the stuff that's been going on in Bond's life for at least the past decade. He's been tormenting him and just moving all these pieces that are working against Bond. And I feel like that would have been a cool reveal in the movie, like a twist. But obviously they want us to know that going in. So maybe there's another twist. But I do like it, the trailer in general. It has a lot of action, it seems like. It seems like this movie's going to be action-packed. I know they were filming on real set locations, which is awesome.
Yeah, you're right.
All the shots look beautiful in the snow. I remember playing the James Bond video games as a kid, and he was always in the snow for some reason. He would always end up in the snow, at least for part of the game. And I felt, this is not a bad thing. I felt like I was watching me playing the James Bond video games, and that's a good thing because I want to see him in action blowing shit up, So
right.
I liked it, but I just feel like, again, like most trailers these days, it gave a little too much away, but maybe that's intentional. So either way, I liked it.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. So we'll wait and see. And I said it came out on Thanksgiving. It actually comes out November 6th, 2015. So be sure to look out for that. And next up with trailers, we have a trailer for Pixar's next film, The Good Dinosaur. And The Good Dinosaur is directed by Peter Sohn and stars, let's see if I can get the cast right here, Raymond Ochoa, Jeffrey Wright, Steve Zahn, AJ Buckley, Anna Paquin, and Sam Elliott. So, The Good Dinosaur is telling of... It's a story basically of what would the world be like had dinosaurs not been extinct. And that right there alone is an interesting concept. I can't wait to see what it looks like. And we got our first trailer. And let me tell you, the visuals look so amazing. Wow. Like, I never felt so much joy and happiness just from watching just animation. You know, Pixar. Once again, just... I feel like maybe they're going to take it a step up from Inside Out. And Inside Out had some good
I don't know about that,
animation. I mean, just from the trailer alone.
You just mean as far as the animation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just as far... I mean,
who knows? It could be better than Inside Out. You never know.
Yeah. I mean, with Pixar, you never know.
I wouldn't be totally surprised if that happened.
Yeah. The only thing we do know from Pixar is that they're going to, make you feel some type of way. They're going to make you... They're going to make you feel some emotions and stuff. Mm-hmm. So the trailer came out. It basically shows a dinosaur named Arlo. He interacts with a small child. He comes across him at first, and then the two go on an adventure, kind of like Ice Age a little bit. And what's interesting about this is that the humans aren't the center stage of this film. It's the dinosaurs. The humans are more of a side character. And whereas... the humans are like more of the intelligent kind, so to speak. The humans kind of take a step back. They're not at that level yet of intellect. They have natural instincts as far as survival and everything from what I've seen here, with the little boy standing up to the, look like a snake. Yeah.
Type dinosaur, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, yeah, I mean... After watching Inside Out, prior to that, we didn't know if Pixar would be, a return to form with some of their, bigger hits in the past. But they proved to us that, they can deliver. They still got it. They can still deliver an original story with great visuals and lots of heart. And I'm looking forward to The Good Dinosaur. That movie comes out Thanksgiving Day. And you can check out the trailer on MovieTalkExpress.com. Jacob, what do you think of this trailer? You think it's good? Like, what are your opinions?
So there's a lot of good trailers coming out this week. This might be my favorite one. I absolutely love this trailer. Before this trailer came out, I don't know if you remember, but I told you, don't be surprised if The Good Dinosaur is like on par with how good Inside Out is. Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling that we're in for something special because Inside Out is amazing. I don't think it's going to be better than Inside Out. If it is, then that's incredible.
That's insane.
This would be the best year ever for Pixar if they had two movies the quality of Inside Out. That would be incredible. I don't think it's going to be that good. I want it to be, but it looks that good. There was nothing sad even happened in this trailer, and I still got sad just because I know something's going to come up. Maybe there was something sad that I missed.
Well, I mean, the music.
Yeah, but you can just tell they're trying to draw, like, capture your emotion, get you attached to this dinosaur and this boy. Mm-hmm. Man, I can only imagine what they're going to do. But at first, I was a little iffy on the concept to where, okay, the little boy is like a pet to him. Because in reality, if that little boy, that snake dinosaur could kill that little boy, no problem at all. But maybe since the little boy's showing like he's acting bigger than he is and like going rah to the snake, maybe the snake will just get scared thinking that the boy's more powerful than him, similar to like
maybe one of those stand your territory, your ground kind of
things. Maybe they'll just go head to head and the snake will see that the boy's not scared, and then the snake will go away, because animals are more scared of humans than than we are of them. So
Or maybe the dinosaur will dinosaur up and
I know.
help
Stop
defend.
hiding like a little bee. But
No.
no, dude, I think it looks freaking amazing. I'm a sucker for animated dinosaur movies. The Land Before Time was one of my favorite movies as a kid. So if it can be something similar to that, like, but obviously it's a different story, but just the same special feeling. I'm all in for this movie. I cannot wait. Inside Out is my third favorite movie of the year. So I'm curious to see where this ends up.
Yeah, this might be the year Pixar has 2 Oscar nominations in the Best Animated Film
Oh
category.
yeah, I think that's a possibility for sure.
Could be the year. We'll see. All right, next up, sticking with trailers, we have a brand new trailer for The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. This is the second part of the last book, film, so to speak, of The Hunger Games. This closes out the franchise for good. It's directed by Francis Lawrence, who, if I'm not mistaken, directed Catching Fire, right?
I believe
Lawrence?
so. Yeah.
All the major players are back from Mockingjay Part 1. We just recently saw the trailer. I thought it was good. Lots of action for sure. I thought Donald Sutherland as President Snow was pretty clever with all the traps in the city, for all the districts coming together and trying to take down the capital. That was pretty cool. It looks like Jennifer Lawrence, Katniss, and company are gonna be, having a hard time getting the president's though. Well, I mean, in the trailer, they kind of get to president's.
Oh yeah, they got to go through so much.
Yeah, and that kind of stuff. So it looks cool. I'm a little bit over the Hunger Games thing. I was against 2 films opening up a year, in between. But that's just me.
They all came out 4 years in a row.
Right.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, don't go comparing this to Lord of the Rings. Do not mention this. That's just my opinion. My opinion alone, okay? But, so yeah, I mean, I'll check it out, in theaters and whatnot, but I'm a little bit over it. Doesn't mean I don't love Jennifer Lawrence. I do. All right, guys?
Don't we all?
Okay. But, Jacob, you love Hunger Games. How do you feel about this trailer?
I actually have a heart, so I'm not over Hunger Games. It's so amazing. I loved every movie that they've made. And the first one is, even though I really like the first one, I think the first one is the weakest one. I think the second one is the best. The third one's the second best. The first one's the third best. But they're all great, I think. And I'm very excited for this movie. I literally just watched the trailer, 10 minutes ago? Mm-hmm. And what did I say to you? I almost got chills watching it. And to give me chills, it takes a lot. Like Batman vs. Superman gave me chills, the trailer. But this trailer almost did that. I'm excited. It looks action-packed, like I said earlier about the Bond trailer. And I'm okay with that. It's... The last movie did not have much action. It was a lot of setup. And while I did love the movie, I feel like audiences got fatigued with the slow pace and the storytelling and the development, that all those audience members that felt disappointed from that movie are gonna like this last installment and appreciate the one before it, because it's Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. They're 2 connected movies, and I love that we got them all year after year after year, back to back, because I hate waiting 3 years to see what happens next in a story, and these ones happen really close to each other. So I really like it. I'm really looking forward to this movie. It's one of my most anticipated for the year.
And The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 will open November 20th, 2015. All right, and stepping away from trailers and moving toward movie news, we're going to start off with something crazy, something insane, something I thought would never happen, but when I heard about it, I was like, wow, okay, all right.
Did you make happy face?
I made one of those insane faces, yeah. So what we're talking about here is an Emoji Movie, confirmed, and Sony Pictures Animation is going to be moving forward with the project. Emojis, you know them, I know them. They're those little faces and
emotional
such.
Expression.
Yeah, that you send
on your
via
phone or
text, direct message, all that kind of stuff. so on and so forth. And so the report comes from Deadline. They're saying that apparently a bidding war happened between Sony, Warner Brothers, and Paramount for the project. The bid hit as high as 7 figures before Sony eventually won the project. And so they brought on Eric Siegel, who's known for Men at Work, to write the script, with Anthony Lenotis, who directed the Kung Fu Panda short, to direct. So, I don't know. I can't imagine how they're gonna make this Emoji Movie. I don't know. I tried to come up with something logical, but I mean, what, you're gonna have like little animated people, and are they gonna have like each have like a certain face? You know, I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do. If you guys have an idea, please let us know in the comments. Like, what is Sony gonna do with emojis? I mean,
what are they gonna do? That's a good question.
I mean, there's people at the studio who are much smarter than I am, so they probably have an idea of what they want to do. They wouldn't have put up 7 figures, millions of dollars, just to have the project. But apparently, they have something that they really want to do.
Well,
So,
I think this falls under this trend that's been going on lately. Ever since the Lego movie came out, and it was a huge success financially and critically, even though it didn't get nominated for Best Animated Picture, which makes no sense at all. It was the best animated movie that I saw that year, but that's besides the point. We got a Play-Doh movie coming, a Minecraft movie coming. I could have sworn there was another one.
there's a Tetris movie.
Movie coming. So I think just as comic book movies have been a trend for the past 10 years or even more, I think we're going to see a renaissance of these films based on
Toys.
these toys and children concepts. You know, we're going to get
Brands and
we're going to start
stuff.
getting like a My Little Pony movie, a Play-Doh movie, I don't know, a pop figure movie. I would not be surprised. I just reminded because Gio brought me some pop figures for my birthday today, which were
sir.
awesome. A Loki and a Flash one. Those are I'm excited. But anyways, yeah, look. Yes, the idea of an emoji movie sounds stupid as all hell. It's the stupidest idea I've ever heard, and it's the craziest idea I've ever heard. But I thought the same thing of the Lego movie before I started seeing trailers for it. So you never know. They can do anything. The thing with these like Play-Doh and Lego, you can literally start from scratch and make any story you want. It's not like adapting a comic book, because as you don't directly adapt the comic book, but you take the most important elements and you translate it into your vision. But with this Play-Doh and emoji and Lego, you can make any story you want, any character you want. So it's actually pretty smart because they're starting from a clean slate with a brand that everybody knows what emojis are now.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that Hollywood's gonna jump on any popular trend just for money. But if they can make good products out of it, why not?
So I'm looking at Sony Pictures filmography, Sony Pictures Animation. They've done films like Open Season, Surf's Up, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, The Smurfs, Hotel Transylvania. I mean, they're certainly not Pixar or Disney, so to speak. But I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I was curious what kind of films Sony Animation has done, and from what I've seen, they're all right. You know, I mean, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see what this Emoji Movie is gonna look like probably sometime next year. And yeah, consider me,
A hater?
weirded out. And,
No, I'm just playing.
yeah, concerned.
No, I understand. I'm not surprised with Hollywood anymore. They'll make a freaking water bottle movie. I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind because there's water bottles right in front of me. But I'm just saying, they can make a movie out of anything. They really can.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah.
But if they end up making good movies, what's the harm?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see moving forward. So next up, your man, LeBron James,
My man.
your man, right?
My boy.
Your boy, yeah, your boy.
My boy LeBron.
LeBron James has signed an exclusive deal with Warner Brothers, according to Variety. The deal is to produce an original film, TV, or digital content. We saw LeBron in Trainwreck.
Trainwreck, yeah.
Yeah,
He was pretty damn funny.
Oh yeah, I thought he was pretty good. Definitely surprised me, and we'll actually get more into that next week's podcast when we review a ton of films. But speaking about this, a lot of people are throwing out the title Space Jam 2. Okay, so I mean, LeBron signs a deal with Warner Brothers. That doesn't necessarily mean Space Jam 2. Is that what we all want to see? Most of us, sure. I wouldn't want to see it. But, I mean, what do you think? I mean, LeBron signs a deal with Warner Brothers. Obviously, they're going to do something. I think it's going to be a movie. But, I mean, what do you think?
So, let me ask you this. I'm not sure. Do the Looney Tunes fall under the Warner Bros. Umbrella at some point? Are they?
Oh, yeah, they're WB.
They are?
Remember when Porky Pig at the end?
They're definitely going to make a Space Jam movie. I guarantee it. I don't think it's going to be called Space Jam 2, but it's going to be Space Jam something with LeBron, and hopefully Michael Jordan makes a cameo or something like that. That would be awesome. But I really do think they're going to make a Space Jam movie. Come on, people, put 2 and 2 together. Warner Bros., the company who makes Looney Tunes and made Space Jam, signed a contract with LeBron James, the most popular and best basketball player in the world. And, of course, they're going to make a Space Jam 2. LeBron expressed his interest in it like a year ago. But that doesn't mean they've announced it. They have not announced it. It's not confirmed. But this deal is confirmed, so they're obviously going to make some type of material together. I do think they start with a movie. Guarantee the first one out the gate is Space Jam. I'll be willing to bet money on that. But I like it. I mean, LeBron is a worldwide recognized brand. He really is. He's arguably one of the most known names on the entire planet. So why wouldn't a company capitalize on his popularity and have a mutual gain for each party? Like, why not? It sounds good for both of them.
Yeah. So you want to see Space Jam 2 with LeBron?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
I'd be totally down. I love Space Jam, the original.
Oh, I love Space Jam. Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, if I were to make a list of my top 10 childhood movies, I should do that, actually. I might write an article on that. But Space Jam would most definitely be in there, if not an honorable mention. But it's up there as far as movies that I loved. And I love LeBron. I'm not a Cavs fan. I'm a Lakers fan, but that doesn't mean I can't be a fan of other players.
No, of course not.
I'm a huge LeBron fan, and I like his personality off the court. And after seeing him in Trainwreck, well, he's not a good actor, you could tell, but he was funny in playing himself. So obviously, if he did Space Jam 2, he'd be playing himself again. So
right.
I think it would work.
I'd personally rather see Kobe, but I mean that's coming from a Celtics fan. But
No, they would never do that with Kobe. That'd be cool though. Oh, maybe what if like Kobe is in the movie too? They're both in it.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
The Monster Squad
recruits
signs
Kobe.
Oh,
that'd
man.
be tight.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so moving forward, we're gonna talk a little Disney. So D23 is coming up August 14th to the 16th. And that's a big event for Disney. They preview a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up. They have a whole bunch of filmmakers and people, executives, staff over at Disney, like John Lasseter, Alan Horn, so on and so forth, come and talk about upcoming Disney projects. So D23, according to a report, Disney is expected to preview Captain America Civil War. They're going to show some Star Wars, along with a whole bunch of other like animated films coming out, like Zootopia, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Moana, and apparently we're going to get some information on Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is the sequel to Alice in Wonderland. Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book is gonna be talked about at that event. And yeah, like I said, Captain America: Civil War and Star Wars: Force Awakens. So we're gonna during that weekend we're gonna have a lot of big news coming out through some of these films, and so I want to ask you, Jacob, is D23, from everything that you just heard, you know, the Zootopia, Moana, Finding Dory, The Good Dinosaur, Jungle Book, Captain America: Civil War, Star Wars: Force Awakens, maybe some of the spin-off will get, you know, some information. Is D23 starting to get a little bigger than Comic-Con, or am I just overreaching here?
Bigger than Comic-Con in general? No. Because one, although Disney pretty much is the king of Hollywood, no question, one studio's properties are not more important than every other studio's property, in my opinion. I don't think it'll ever be bigger than Comic-Con, but for Disney, for Marvel, for Star Wars, yes, definitely. I think I wouldn't be surprised if, similar to this year, that Disney doesn't really go to Comic-Con. They can hold, like they did last year when they announced the whole Marvel slate, they can hold a Marvel convention for themselves. They already have Star Wars Celebration, and then they have D23 where they can talk about both and all of their other properties. So I don't think it's bigger than Comic-Con, but for Disney itself, of course it is. They're gonna they can do two things at once. They can promote the individual property, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, or some of their other stuff going on, and they can also promote that event at the same time, whether it's D23 or Star Wars Celebration or the Marvel convention. It's a win-win-win-win-win all around for Disney. So, but it's not bigger than Comic-Con. No.
Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to finding out some of this information. People were kind of split on Alice in Wonderland, the one that starred Johnny Depp and Anne Hathaway. But the film grossed over $1 billion, so we're gonna get Alice Through the Looking Glass.
I'm actually looking forward to the sequel because I think Tim Burton directed the first one, correct? Is he directing the second one?
I believe he is. Let me confirm that.
Okay.
But,
I'm hoping that they paid attention to the critic and fan reaction and are gonna fix some of the mistakes story-wise that they did in the first one. But regardless of how bad the story in the movie was, the visuals were amazing in that movie. So,
oh my god,
if it can top that, then hey, I'm there. I'm gonna be there in theaters when it comes out. So.
And James Bobbin is
directing.
And he is
I don't know who that is, but I'm actually prefer Tim Burton not directing it. I really do.
Wow. Well, James Bobbin did The Muppets and The Muppets Most Wanted and a couple TV shows. So yeah, and what about Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book? This whole thing with two Jungle Books coming out, not around the same time. One's coming out a year later, but you have Jon Favreau's Jungle Book, and then you have Andy Serkis's Jungle Book, coming out, and I mean we'll learn a lot from Jon Favreau's version coming out 2016. Just a quick reminder, that cast features Scarlett Johansson, Idris Elba, Ben Kingsley, Bill Murray, Christopher Walken, Lupita Nyong'o, and a couple other names as well. So that's going to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to both of them. I hate when there's... Oh, excuse that noise. Sorry, guys. My phone fell. But I hate when there's two movies, same concept, same property are being developed at once.
Right. I
don't like that, but I'm still going to see both.
Oh, yeah. Both have incredible talents. Yeah. So, moving forward, we have... This is actually our last one. Dwayne Johnson and Brad Peyton are expected to reunite for Rampage, the video game adaptation. So, real quickly, Rampage is an original video game involving a number of monsters terrorizing major cities all over North America. as the player controlled a specific creature with the aim of punching down many buildings as possible. Now, the Rampage movie will presumably have a human element, and that's where Dwayne Johnson comes in. And the film is expected to start filming. Production is expected to start in summer 2016 after Furious 8 for a 2017 release. Now, you saw San Andreas. Does this news excite you?
Yes, it does. I didn't think San Andreas was a bad movie. I forget. I think I gave it a 6 or 6.5, but that's not necessarily a horrible score.
Mm-hmm.
That I enjoyed elements of that movie, specifically the special effects and the destruction scenes. And what is this Rampage movie going to have? A lot of special effects and destruction scenes. So this is perfect. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they've worked together before San Andreas on Journey
Yes.
Journey to the Earth, the second one.
Yes.
So obviously Dwayne Johnson likes this guy. They probably work really well together. The San Andreas wasn't a disappointment in my eyes, specifically from those areas I mentioned, even though the story was lacking. But you're not worried about story in this Rampage movie. My question is Dwayne Johnson going to be the guy fighting the monsters? Or is he going to be one of the monsters? Because I don't know. I think in the video game, they're people that turn into the monsters. But I don't think he's going to be one of those. I think he's going to be the military guy fighting one of the monsters. Or maybe, like, 2 of the monsters are bad, and then one of them is, like, not sure, and he, like, fights with one of them against the other 2 monsters. You never know.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing... I mean, I could buy Dwayne Johnson fighting monsters.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, he's going to have to... He's probably going to get in, like, a robot or something.
Yeah. So, that movie is expected to come out 2017, and we'll be looking forward to that. Real quickly, I know I said last one, but we're going to get some very, very quick thoughts on this. I'm going to throw you some stuff, Jacob, and you give me your just initial reaction, like what the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. First up, and this news broke last night, late last night, early this morning. Michael Jackson apparently wanted to play Jar Jar Binks in the Star Wars prequels.
Can't believe you're bringing this up.
Yes, I have to bring this up because it is crazy. It is insane. Does Michael Jackson make the Star Wars prequels better? Does he make the Jar Jar Binks character better?
I don't think so. I mean, I want to say it might have been worse, but I don't think you could have possibly gotten worse than that. He would have sounded... So imagine Jar Jar Binks. He's already creepy as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine him with Michael Jackson's voice and mannerisms. Like, that would be a little creepy.
Crazy,
Even
right?
though I love Michael Jackson. I love his music. He's one of the greatest musicians of all time. But I'm so glad this didn't happen. It would have been bad for him, and it would have been bad for Star Wars. Even though I don't know who Ahmad Best is, but I know he played Jar Jar Binks.
You want to play Jar Jar Binks?
The prequels. I don't know what he did prior to that. I mean, as far as what George Lucas wanted from that character, he did a good job of playing. I mean, of voicing it and stuff. Like,
yeah, he did what he was told.
I think that's exactly what George Lucas wanted, and he portrayed it perfectly. But that doesn't mean it's good. So, I mean, I'm still going through trauma of accepting that the Star Wars prequels are really bad, because when I was a kid, I thought they were the most amazing thing in the world. So I'm still dealing with that after effect of finding out that they're really bad after rewatching them as an adult. So yeah, I do not want to see Michael Jackson as Jar Jar Binks. I'm so glad this didn't happen.
And last one, Pacific Rim 2, Charlie Hunnam wants more story and less special effects, visual effects, CGI, all that kind of stuff. He thinks of it as a secondary element of storytelling, and he wants to see more storytelling in there. Good news, bad news? Does it make you more excited for Pacific Rim 2? What do you think of his comments?
It's not good or bad. I think one of the best things about Pacific Rim is that they didn't try to get too heavy with the story. That movie does not need too much of a story. You want to see robots fighting monsters, and that's what they gave you. The more I think about it, Pacific Rim is not like I like it more than I thought I did, because I did initially have that problem where they didn't focus on story. But who the hell needs story when you're this movie is supposed to be a spectacle. It's supposed to be visually pleasing. So they accomplished that. They gave you a freaking huge robots fighting monsters in the sea and a huge monster who started flying and carrying the robot. That's freaking awesome. They're gonna just give me more of that. I don't care about the story.
All right, and I think that'll do it, Jacob, for Rapid Fire.
All right, well, that's going to do it for Rapid Fire Friday here on July 24th, 2015. Thank you, Gio, for sitting in with me today. I really appreciate it. And you can find our site at movietalkexpress.com. You can find our Facebook at Movie Talk Express. We're on Twitter at MovieTalkEX. You can find me, Jacob Bartley, on Twitter at Jake Ryan Bartley. Gio, where can they find you online, man?
You guys can find me on Facebook, Giorgio Ramos, on Twitter at Giorgio Ramos24, and on Movie Talk Express every day.
And listen, everybody, please don't forget to follow our YouTube channel. If you like anything you heard, if you're into movies, you love movies like us, we're just movie fans. We're not pro critics or anything like that. We just love to talk movies. So if you love to talk movies and hear about movies and talk about everything about movies, please follow our YouTube channel, click that like button, and thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.